After that day, everything shifted. I began to move through life with a kind of quiet authority, the kind that doesn't shout, doesn't need to. People often mistake chaos for control. They think noise is power, that anger and visible emotion are weapons. But I learned long ago, silence cuts deeper. It's deliberate, measured, and far more dangerous. Word what I had done spread quietly, but effectively. Mutual friends started whispering, curiosity turning into discomfort. Their web of lies began to fray, thread by thread, until it collapsed under its own deceit. I stood back, detached, not to gloat, only to observe. Every reaction, every nervous glance, every forced laugh confirmed the precision of my plan. Revenge was never about destruction for me. It was about balance, restoring what was stolen without losing control. They still had each other in appearance, but what really mattered was gone. Trust, confidence, arrogance. The first tremor of panic appeared subtly. Their business partners began questioning the financial inconsistencies I had quietly exposed weeks before. The evidence I sent was meticulous, airtight, undeniable. My wife once warned me about going too far. She never understood. Overplaying your hand requires emotion. Execution doesn't. Then came the fractures among their friends, the same ones who had mocked me behind my back. Invitations vanished. Conversations ended mid-sentence. Their circle tightened until it choked them. The people who once cheered them on began to doubt, to distance, to see. And I waited, calm and patient, as my silent storm unfolded exactly as intended. One evening, I received a message from her, the wife of the man who betrayed me. 3 words, we need to talk. I smiled, neutral, controlled. I could sense the fear behind her composure. She didn't know the details, but she felt the weight of them. We met at a small cafe that afternoon. Soft light filtered through the windows, touching everything with a false sense of calm. She arrived looking composed, but it was a fragile act. Her posture betrayed her. The way her hands clutched her cup, the tremor in her voice, all spoke louder than words. You ruined everything, she whispered. Not an accusation, just a realization. I didn't ruin anything, I said quietly. You did. The silence that followed did the rest. Silence, I've learned, is an accomplice to justice. It lets guilt breathe on its own until it suffocates the guilty. Her eyes darted, searching for defense, but there was none left. Back home, I thought about the precision of it all. The satisfaction didn't come from chaos, but from control. Watching each piece fall into place exactly as I had designed it. Every delay, every fake smile, every document I slipped into the right hands, it had all led here, and it was flawless, not dramatic, just perfect. A week later, I attended a small gathering, mutual acquaintances, the same crowd that once sided with them. The tension was subtle but electric. I didn't need to speak. Every hesitant glance, every cautious word told me they knew. My silence spoke louder than any confession could. Then she approached me again, his wife, this time without fear, but with calculation. Do you even know what you've started? She asked quietly. I looked at her, unbothered. I know exactly what I finished. For a moment, I saw it, the flicker in her eyes, something between fear and admiration. But I said nothing. I didn't need to. The atmosphere in that room said it all. Quiet power, the kind that doesn't demand attention but commands it. The final blow didn't come from me. It came from him. My enemy began making reckless choices, each one worse than the last. The financial exposure I triggered forced him to panic, liquidating assets, breaking contracts, alienating allies. His empire rotted from the inside out. The arrogance that once made him untouchable became the very weapon that destroyed him. I never lifted a hand after that. The game was already in motion. He walked straight into every trap I'd set, blinded by his own pride. Watching it unravel was a lesson in patience, the strength of strategy over rage. One night, I drove past their house. The windows were dark, the life inside hollow. I could almost picture them sitting together, drowning in their own regret, dissecting every decision that brought them here. I felt no joy, no hatred, just clarity. The burden of betrayal was gone, replaced by something cleaner, authority, peace. Later, my wife called. "Do you think he'll ever recover?" she asked casually. I paused and answered, "No. And even if he does, it won't change the lesson." That's when it hit me. Revenge doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't crave applause. True vengeance is invisible. It's patient. It's exact. It restores balance without leaving fingerprints. What I endured was cruel. But what I created, the patience, the calculation, the execution, that was art. Some would call it cold. I call it clarity. Others want chaos. I wanted results. Months passed. Their names faded from conversations. Friends kept their distance. I didn't mind. I wasn't seeking validation. My revenge had burned itself out, leaving only stillness behind. And sometimes in that stillness, I think back to their faces when realization struck, to the tremor of their voice, to the collapse of their false confidence. A small smile forms, not from malice, but acknowledgement. A flawless plan is its own reward. I sit back, sip my whiskey, and watch the light play across the glass. The message remains the same. Trust carefully. Watch constantly. Act with precision. When betrayal comes, don't react. Calculate. Execute. Because true power is quiet. Revenge is deliberate. And justice, real, unflinching justice, is a masterpiece. Some people believe apologies fix wounds. Some think confrontation heals them. I know better. The deepest lessons are delivered in silence, perfectly, permanently, and theirs will echo forever